Kim on DIY Dream Weddings UK. I'm just going to have a look and just see whether I am actually live, and if you come on, please let me know if I am, because this is only about the third time I've done a live, so it's very difficult to see if I'm actually on anywhere. So I think I am. So I'm just going to go into, I think that's me on there. I don't know whether it's gonna okay, I can see I'm live streaming now. Okay, everybody, yeah, I just thought I'd come on and just show you how to make a few paper flowers. I did start to do some of these. Just a second, let me just turn my volume down. That's it. I should be able to see your comments, hopefully. They will come through on the other device. Okay, so if you want to comment, yeah, if you can, that would be great, and I'll see if I can pick the comments up on the other device. Anyway, so I thought I'd do a few paper flowers on here. I just came on it just to show you a few easy things, and I did start to create this one, and I did think about doing the middle different, but for now what I thought I'd do is just show you how to put this together. So I've started to do another one here. I got kind of a bit addicted to them, you know. I don't know if you've ever made paper flowers, you know what I mean. So anyway, if you come on, let me know how your day's been, and yeah, what you've been doing, where you're actually watching from. It'll be lovely to know where you're watching from. Okay, so yeah, so anyway, this is as far as I got with the other one, and what I'm going to do is show you from the very beginning how I started to get that far, and you might know yourself anyway, but I just thought it'd be easier for me to show you something like this on a live. So yeah, and then later on I might actually show you a bit more of the flower shaped shaker wedding bouquet that we're creating. Okay, so basically what I've done here is I've actually drawn out some flower shapes. I've done those from this template here. Okay, and you can actually create a lot of flowers with one template. So what I'm going to do is just cut this out, because what I do is I cut out about seven of these layers and then stick them together. And to be honest with you, I find it quite therapeutic, even though it's repetitive. I quite enjoy it. So yeah, yeah, let me know if there's something you like just the same, doing just the same, you know, a creative thing that you like to do that's repetitive. Yeah, so anyway, I just thought I'd come on to say hi, you know, because I really do appreciate all your support, and you know, while I've got a bit of time in the day, it's much nicer to come on in the day for me, when I can. Okay, so yeah, right, so yeah, I'm just cutting this out, and then I'm going to show you how I shape it, and then I'll show you how to put some of these together. Actually, I've got to cut out quite a few of these. I didn't really think about before I came on, so perhaps we can cut a few of these out together. That's if you don't mind, if you don't find it too boring. If you do, well, you don't have to watch if you find it boring. I'll understand. It's just something that I like to do, so yeah. Yeah, so if you come on, my name's Kim, and this is DIY Dream Weddings UK, and on this channel I create bespoke wedding bouquets and connect with you online to create the bouquet of dreams. So yeah, I sell and create bespoke wedding bouquets from scratch, and I actually design them as well. So if there's anything that you need for your wedding day, just get in touch. Facebook, most social media I'm on, actually, Facebook, Twitter. But if you want to get in touch with me, website and my shop are the best places to contact me, as well as Facebook. So I've got my flower in here, and now what I actually do to shape my flower is I just basically will just fold the petals inwards like this. Okay, and this paper is just a copy paper, printer paper. Okay, it's not expensive at all. Okay, you can also use multi-purpose paper, anything like that, anything at all. You might find something that's got a pattern on it, or anything. So as you can see, what I've done here is I've cut out a few of these, and I've done the same with every one of them. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to stick these together. So I like to do that with my hot glue, but you can do it with some paper glue. The only reason I do it with hot glue is because I don't have any paper glue at the moment. So yeah, and I tend to use a lot of the bits and pieces that I have got before I actually buy anything else. So yeah, so I'm just going to just fold those in a bit more. Okay, so then, yeah, I think that's heated up. Be careful if you're going to do this with hot glue, because the glue, see, I like to put this kind of like that so that the petals are in between one another like that. And the glue, be careful that you don't hurt your fingers, because the glue gets very hot through the paper. Okay, so there we go. So as this is live, if there's any interruptions, I may have to leave you for a few seconds to go and answer the door and things like that. Normally at this time of day we don't get many deliveries, but if there is an interruption, it probably will be a delivery or something like that. So yeah. Okay, so I can see somebody's on there, but it might actually be me. So if it's not me, hello. If it is me, hi Kim. But yeah, if you come on, don't be afraid to comment. Actually, that could be straighter. Can you see by the back? That could be a lot straighter. Yeah, so try and keep it central, not like mine. Because once you get off centre, it can kind of go completely other direction. So yeah, I'm quite disappointed that I did that. I haven't really paid much attention to what I was doing. I want to do another one now. Just so I can get it right. So what I'm going to do with this last one is I'm going to show you how I create the the bud. With this one, what I'd actually done, just having a look at the other one, I just kind of bring these up to the middle like this, and let's just put some more glue in here. Okay, I just basically put some glue on one side of my flower, and then my petal, sorry, and then just, there we go, just basically glue that inwards. I normally bring it in a bit further than that, because I don't like to see inside the bud really, but this isn't really going to go on anything. It's just a little bit of fun that I'm doing, just to kind of, sometimes I need to do something to relax me. I do crafts to keep me sane. That's why I do it, to keep me sane. Yeah, so I thought I'd come on just to keep myself sane, people. Just to keep myself sane. So yeah, so we're just doing this, and then what I was going to do after I've done this is I was going to actually show you a bit more of the flower shaped wedding bouquet, and yeah, there we go. So I was going to show you a bit more how to cut out the petals on the bouquet. That's if you're doing that project. You might find that a bit more useful than watching me do these flowers. But I really do love doing these because they're so simple to make, and they've got such a lovely effect to them, if you know what I mean. So yeah, the other thing that I did was I created this, which I thought would be lovely to go. It looks like a daffodil actually, now I've done that. I created that, and that's where I just basically, I just put the petals, I stuck the petals inwards like that, but not right inwards, if you know what I mean. So just like this, and that's how I did that. Actually, I could probably do that with this. But yeah, anyway, that's what I did. And that, doesn't that look like a daffodil to you? It does, doesn't it? That's interesting. I didn't even think of that before. Anyway, so daffodil. Made a daffodil on a live Facebook live, not Facebook, YouTube live. So this is what I was going to do, just stick this in the centre here. But with these layers you can go quite a long way with them. You can, yeah, so you could actually then maybe you could bring these petals inwards and do a bit more with it, you know. So you could just maybe, let me just show you, just maybe do that and just stick these together like this. So I'm wondering if you can see, it's not too far away, is it too far away? Should we bring it in a little bit so you can see a bit more of what I'm doing? So move that over like that. So you could just do that, and then what you could do is kind of glue those inwards like this. It's just little tips, you know, just little things that you could do. I'm not sure if this will work or not, but yeah, it's just like a little idea I just, you know, thought of doing. So yeah, just, I don't know whether nobody's come on because they're all sleeping or thing is, at the moment, well, to be honest with you, I know there's a lot of people on here which are from all over the world, and I actually so you could glue that inwards as well. I am actually based in the UK, okay, so you could do that. So just experimenting really with paper flower making. So you might do that, or what you could also do is maybe put a little stamen inside. I feel like I want to keep going with that. Should we keep going with that and just see? I don't know if I can. Do you think I'll be able to glue those inwards as well? Or would that be? Because it kind of does look, it looked like a daffodil when I did. Let me know when you come on if you think it looks like a daffodil. When the last thing that I showed you, whether you thought it looked like a daffodil or not. Perhaps the flower, just doing a bit of experimenting here, people. So I'm thinking, so you could, and then maybe you could just bring these in a bit. I don't know. Bring those in a bit further. Anyway, there we are. That goes to show that you can actually do quite a lot with these templates. You know, that's just by creating, just cutting these out and basically drawing around them and stuff. So yeah, yeah, I really love the way that these things look really, really textured. I really love that. There's something therapeutic about, you know, making something three-dimensional like this, and it's just such a simple way of doing things. Do you know what I mean? So that's so lovely, I think. What do you look? Let me know what you think. Okay, so that's that one, and the other one that I did was this one here. So we've got these two. Let's just zoom out again a bit more. Oh, not too much, just a little bit. Oh, sorry, I hope I didn't make you feel ill by doing that. Okay, so yeah, this is the two that I've made, and I thought maybe that looks like this one here looks a bit like a daffodil. So yeah, if you come on and you watch this live back, or if you watch it basically, sorry, I'm just going to disappear for a second. Basically, if you watch it and you find there's any problems with it, please let me know how it is, okay? Because I don't really know how the reception is for lives on here. I'm not used to doing them, so yeah, it won't make any difference to the sequence of the other videos. whether you see this live or not. And I've done that on purpose because I didn't want, let's move this out of the shot. I didn't really want, I didn't want people to go, oh, I didn't see this or I didn't see that because it was bad reception. I want to be able to check the videos before they go on, to be honest. So yeah. So we're coming back to the flower shaped wedding bouquet. And don't forget to say hi if you come on. This is Kim from DIY Dream Weddings UK. Just introduce myself again because I forget that I'm actually doing a live here on YouTube because I'm so used to doing videos. Okay, so I'm going to bring this bouquet back, and I've cut one of these petals out already. So I'm going to show you how to do some more of these petals, and I've already marked one off with an X, okay, and the others I'm going to do now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to turn this over. So I'm going to do some more of these ones that I've stuck on. And in order to do that, I'm going to turn this over and I'm going to draw around this onto the paper. And so I'm just saving a bit of materials here. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because, as I've explained in my video, my other video, is so that we can save on our materials. So you can use any piece of paper you want for this. You can use, there we go, so I'm just going to draw around that. You can use, I just guesstimate how long I want this to be. Sometimes I just go a lot longer than I think it's going to be, because once we get to fitting that onto our bouquet, if it's too big we can cut it. If it's not big enough we can't do anything about it. So yeah, but the reason why, like I said, I'm doing this is so we can save on materials. So I've drawn around that, and it's saying to rotate my device, so I'm hoping it's still going to work. Okay, so I'm just going to cut around this shape that I've just drawn out. So yeah, you can use any paper you want for this, scrap piece, anything. You might even decide that you want to use a tracing paper, anything like that. So I'm just cutting this out. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, by the way, this is one of my designs. Okay, so this is something that I thought up in my head. Yes, there are a lot of things going on in my head. There definitely is. So we're just bringing this back, and I'm just going to see, was it that one that I did? Yeah. So what I do now is I just see whether this actually does fit, and it does. And what I'm going to do is I will bring the craft foam in, because these are all made of sparkly craft foam. And what I was trying to explain in my video, so basically you can see that's too long. So what I'm going to do is sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I'm in the shot there, is I'm going to draw around this so it doesn't matter that it's overlapping. I'm just going to basically draw that inwards a little bit, because we want that to overlap this border here. So do that, and then what I'm going to do is just cut that out like that. Cut that out there, and we use this as a template to cut our foam out. Okay, so just basically just like that, maybe a little bit more. Just cut that a little bit more inwards, and it all depends how long you want it as to how far you cut that. Like that. Okay. Yeah, thanks for all those people who have commented on my on here so far. Okay, so if I do that, you can see what I've done. I still want to cut in a bit more with that. I don't know why, I just feel like I want to still come in a touch more. So I'm just going to cut a bit more off of the bottom of that. So like I said, it's up to you how you decide to. That's about right. I like that. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw around this, and what I was trying to explain to you in my video is that if you have a piece of craft foam that's not the same on both sides, you will need to take this paper, this one you've drawn round, and you'll need to put this face down. So this side you want to put onto your craft foam. Okay, so this is the front. This is the front, so this is the bit that's going to show. Okay, this is your glittery bit here. This will be a glittery bit of your craft foam. So if you put this face down, you'll get the right shape for your petal. So let me just show you what I mean. So I've got this sparkly craft foam, and I put that there like this so you can see what I'm doing. And what we want to do is we want to take our petal and turn it over so the front is facing the other way, like that. And then we just want to draw around it, okay, because we don't want, it's okay if your petals are symmetrical, mine aren't, so that's the reason why I do it like this. If they're symmetrical, it doesn't matter, but if they're like mine, you want it to be able to fit, like I said. But if you've got double-sided, if your foam is the same on both sides, it doesn't matter. But because this has got glitter on one side, I want that glitter showing. I don't want to have to stick it, I don't want to stick it this way. So yeah, because you've got, like you can see here, you've got the glitter on that side. So yeah, so I've just basically indented the foam so I can cut that shape out. Okay, and I'm going to just cut that out now. I'm actually going to use my bigger scissors because it will probably be less time consuming if I do it this way. And I'm trying to basically keep things off the desk, because what tends to happen if you don't keep things off the desk is the camera or the phone that you're using tends to focus on all the little other bits that are around. So I'm going to take that over there, that are around your desk, rather than focusing on what you're doing. So yeah, so I try to keep all this clear. So that's the shape I've got there. Okay, so I'm going to bring this back, and that fits. Can you see how that fits really well? Okay, and it might be a little bit wider than what you expect, so you might want to, so if you find it's a bit wide, if you know what I mean, if at the back it's not flush enough, okay, you could just draw around it. Can you see? So if I just do that, you'll be able to see. You could just basically draw around that and just cut that inwards, okay, like that. So you can just basically just cut that piece off like that. Okay, so yeah, once you've got your shape, you can pretty much do what you want with it. But I find that's easier than drawing around your craft foam, cutting it out and then realizing it's the wrong size for your bouquet. Okay, so you want that quite flush against the edge of your bouquet holder. Okay, so yeah, I didn't say, but if you want to see the rest of this project, so I'm just going to glue this on. If you want to see the rest of this project, you can go back. So I'm just put some glue. Sorry, can you see? Sorry, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. So I've put some glue under there. So if you want to see the rest of this project, you can go back and you can have a look on the rest of the videos and it will be called Flower Shaped Shaker Wedding Bouquet. Okay, so if you have a look on that, on those videos, they've all got a sequence on them. So they've all got step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's not many steps at the moment, but I think we're on the 4th step now, and I'm just showing you some of the details in this project which you might not have wanted to see on the actual videos. So yeah, so that's how you do them. And I've done this one, so I'll just do one more. let's do one more just to show you what I mean again. Okay, so we're just basically just drawing round our petals like this. Oh, sorry. And it doesn't matter how you do this, because like I said, if you're using a rough, just any sort of paper, it really doesn't matter. I mean, you might make a mistake. I don't know if this is long enough now. But if that's not long enough, you can just use another piece of paper, and it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter whether... I think it might just work. So I'm going to cut that out. If it doesn't work, you'll be able to see what I mean. So we just cut that out. Okay, just cut that out. Yeah, any paper you want to use. And you can do this with lots of your projects, you know, so you can save your money and your expense on those lovely materials of yours, you know. Yeah, it's just so I'm just rounding that off a bit on the bottom there. So let's have a look and see how well that actually does work. Okay, can you see how that's overlapping there? And I like that. That's what I want. I want that to overlap, so all this border's covered. These little bits in between you don't need to worry about, because you're going to put another smaller petals in between. Okay, so yeah, so that's great. That's a great fit. So I'm going to use foam again. Sorry if my voice is disappearing. I'm kind of going away from the phone a little bit. Okay, so I can get my bits and pieces. Okay, then what we do is just draw around this. So if this is the wrong time for you, me going live, this is the wrong time, let me know. Okay. At the moment in the UK, let me tell you what the time is. I think I probably started this live maybe about 2:45 in the afternoon, or 3. At the moment it's 3:15, okay, in the afternoon in the UK. So let me know, because I don't know what the time zone difference is where you are. So if you're in America, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to work that out. I've had quite a busy day today, so I haven't had time, but I did think about doing that. So I'm just going to cut that out. I've just indented that into the foam, and I'm going to cut that. I hope that's symmetrical, because if it's not symmetrical, that might not fit. I might get away with it, people. I might get away with it. I didn't draw it, I didn't turn it over, so if you see there's a mistake, you can see why. You've got to turn that over and put it face down. Okay, I don't think I did. Yeah, what was I going to say? I was going to look up the time differences between America and the UK, and if you're watching or you're a subscriber from a different area, let me know about that as well. We might be able to do different times for live, so people can come on and watch. Okay, let's have a go. That works because it's a symmetrical shape. That actually works. Okay, so yeah, that's great. I'm going to turn that over just to make sure there's not anything I need to take off there. Maybe bring that up a little bit. So yeah, I just thought that I also, with these lives, if they're bad quality, I could do them in a different place. So I'm just going, sorry, I'm a bit, so that's where you want that. So if there's a little bit that's over and you're not keen, just basically draw around the bit you want taken out, okay, and just cut that off, okay. There we go, like that. I'm just going to do that because I'm not sure whether I need to cut all of that off there. I'm not sure if I take that off it'll be too thin. So you can sort of experiment with how you want that to work, because if you can see you could have that. I think that's okay if I take that off. Doesn't matter. So we'll take that off because you can sort of see that's the edge of that there. So I'm just going to take that off there. Check it first before, what was it, measure twice and cut once or something. So do that. Measure, eye it twice and then cut it once, and then you know you're all right. Okay, that works. Okay, so then I'm just going to glue that on. So just basically going to put some glue on here. Okay. And if you want to catch me live again today, I will be live on Facebook on DIY Offbeat Weddings, which is my other public area. So you can catch me there, where I'll be doing another project, okay? And that will be live as well. That's at 7:30. And I will put the links in the description when I finish this live, and you can have a look, or you could have a look down at the other videos and see. So I hope I'm not off shot there. Just noticed I was off shot a bit, but what I did is I just basically stuck this on here like I did the other one. So actually it looks like we might finish this. Yeah, would it be boring for me to carry on? I'm not sure. I don't know if to do something else. I wish he was on here so you could tell me what would be the best thing to do. I can't think of anything else that I want to do, to be honest, and I don't know how long I've been on here. So let's have a look and see how long have I been on here for. It doesn't really say on here. I don't know. Oh, okay. I'm going to finish this, and I'm hoping that it won't be too boring for you. Because basically I want to finish doing the rest of this bouquet. So I'm just going to do this, and what I'm going to do, I might have to come off in a minute anyway because my husband will be home in a minute. So I'm just drawing around this, okay, and just doing that. So this is nearly my last petal here. Just bring that down. And where I am actually is quite near the window, so I can actually see. So I'm going to cut that out. I can actually see who's coming and going. So if I see him, I'll just come off. I'll just say I've got to go now. So I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind. But I have got some other ideas that I'd like to do on the live to do with the shaker. Okay, and I think with the shaker in this wedding bouquet, you can also put, I haven't got it prepared, but what you can also do is you could put a little photo in there, in the centre there of your bouquet, a photo or initials or a little message or something like that. So I think I might come back and show you how to do that. Okay, so yeah, that works. And actually I'm going to turn that round. You know, that is the way you need to have it. Sorry, I'm getting confused now because I said turn it round, but yeah, it's that way. I didn't do that one, did I? No, it's okay. I'm thinking, did I get confused and do the wrong one? No, I haven't done confused. Because sometimes what happens is, actually that fits better that way, even though I cut it the other way. So that's the reason why it's a good idea to just see how well the shape that you've cut out fits, you know, because you're not losing out on anything there. So then we're just going to cut that out there like that. Okay. If you're not sure where to cut it longer than what you think it is. Okay, that works. That works quite well, doesn't it? I could even bring that in if I needed to. Okay, and this is the front. Okay, let me just show you again what I mean about it being, actually you could do it this way. I really don't know what's the best way of doing this. I think it's all right like this. Yeah, I think that works. Because we're going to bring the ribbon around the edge so you won't see the edge bits. Right, so this is the front, okay. So maybe just mark the front, just write front on there like that. Okay, and then when you go to work out which way you want to put it on the foam, then you just basically turn it round. So this front is face down like this. So I think that might explain it a bit better. Because I don't know about you, but I'm a visual learner. I'm a doer and a visual learner. So when I try to learn something, I like to see it being done. I find it a lot easier if I can see what's being done. And also I learn quicker if I actually do the task. So yeah, let me know if you're like that as well. Some people aren't. Some people prefer to write notes and then learn from that. But I am very much a visual learner, and I think that's because I am very creative. I've got a very creative mind. And so when somebody explains something to me, I mean, I had a phone call yesterday where I don't want to tell you too much detail, but I had a consultation yesterday where so okay, then we can just put that on here, where somebody was trying to explain to me what I needed to do over the phone, and I couldn't visualize it. I found it very difficult to visualize. So I might bring that in a bit because it's a little bit wide. Shall I bring that in, or shall I? Yeah, let's bring that in a tiny bit. So I'm just going to cut around that just a tiny little bit. Just bring that in a tiny bit. And I said to the person, I said, I'm really sorry. I said, I find it very difficult to do things when I can't see that how they're being done. And so I had to basically, he had to explain it step by step because we couldn't see each other. So it was very difficult for me to know what he meant. Whereas if you're face to face with someone, I find it's a lot easier. So there we are. So then I'm just going to glue that down because I think I might actually bring it in a bit more at the bottom because I really want a bit more of that shaker, to see a bit more of that shaker. Just want to see a bit more. Oh, that's a bit better. I don't want it to come too far over this shaker. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, and if I hold that like that, you'll be able to see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to basically put some glue on here like this. Okay, and stick that down. Oh, that glue was hot. Yeah, be careful if you do that. I was just wiping the glue off because I don't really want it to be. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit on there as well. Okay, just so we can stick that right down like that. Okay, yeah, rather than put it on your petal, put it on your card so you know where that glue's going to go, because you don't want it to go onto the acetate, because you don't want that to melt. Okay, and I've got the last one. I've already drawn this out, but to be honest with you, I'm not sure about this. See, I might even have to adjust this even though I drew it out. See how wide that is? I'm going to basically draw around that like that and like that. I'm going to cut that. I'm not sure if that needs to be wide at the top, so I'm going to cut that from there. have a look and see. Sorry, the cogs are turning, people. The cogs are turning. That works at the back. Can you see how flush that is at the back? That's what you want. Cut it in a bit, because what you want to do is you want to make sure that, so I'm actually going to cut that inwards. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you can ribbon it around the edge, so it's not too uneven around the edge. Okay, I think that works. That works, yeah. And like I said, I want a bit more of this shaker showing, so I'm going to basically just bring, or should I say the centre of the flower, because people might not know what the shaker is, which is the element in the middle. Okay, so yeah, I think that works. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this piece on. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come off. Let me know what you thought about this live. Okay, people, brides and girls and ladies and gentlemen and everybody who's come on to say hi. Hi everybody, and thanks for watching this lovely video that I'm making. You lovely people, I do appreciate it, I really do. So that could come over a bit more. Let's move that over a little tiny bit. I'm not happy with the way that's gone. Yeah, it's not quite how I wanted that to fit, but hopefully we will be able to cover up that cardboard around the edge. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm wondering now if I cut it too far inwards. So there we are, that's what you've got to watch out for, that you don't cut it too far inwards. So anyway, that's your, so we've done all that, there we are. And if you're thinking about why should you keep calling in the middle a shaker, it's because these bits in between sequins actually move around, so that's why it's called a shaker. Okay then, so yeah, all the backs are ribbon. So the next video I do, I'll be showing you how to do these middle, the inside, let me show you this one, the inside petals. Okay, the inside petals are these ones here. Okay, that's what I'll be doing next. Okay, so yeah, there's quite a lot of elements to this project. There really is quite a lot. So I'm just going to keep this on here just to show off a bit. Just to show off a bit. Yeah, there's quite a lot of elements to this project. It's what you might call a very meaty project, which is why I thought I'd come on and show you something a bit simple in between. Yeah, so anyway, so I hope you like this live, and if you did, don't forget to comment below. And if you're wondering who I am, I'm Kim from DIY Dream Weddings, and I create and sell bespoke wedding bouquets, and I connect with you online to create the bouquet of your dreams. So if there's any thing you want that's special for your wedding day, just get in touch. I design all my own bits and pieces, so if there's something you need that's a little bit different, do let me know. And I'll put the links below how to contact me. You can also go down the page and have a look. Have a look at DIY Dream Weddings UK here, and look at the other videos and see what other things are created. And the links are also on those videos as well. So yeah, so over and out, guys, and thank you all for your support. So don't forget to comment below and like, and also if you really like what you see, do subscribe, because you'll be able to see more videos that way. Okay then, everybody take care, and don't forget, I will be on Facebook live tonight from 7:30 on DIY Offbeat Weddings, and the links will go into the description after this live is finished. Okay then, bye bye for now, and everybody take care. And I'm going to see if I can finish on here.